So today we're going to study from chapter 14 of our first Hebrew primer. And we started this chapter last week, so we'll call this lesson 14b. Let's open our book to page 129. Everybody has a book? Outstanding. Let's look at page 129. Let's go across the page and look on page 128. Last week we said that a Hebrew adjective has four different forms. We have masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, and feminine plural. So like to say big in English, you just say big. But in Hebrew you might say gadol, gedolah, which is the feminine singular, gedolim, masculine plural, gedolot. So you can just look at adjectives in that way. Go through that sequence. For old, say these after me, okay? Zakein,
Zakein,
Zakeinah,
Zakeinah,
Zakenim,
Zakenim,
Zakeinot.
Zakeinot.
Yeah, okay, so there's a little bit of modern Hebrew influence on my Hebrew. I learned modern Hebrew. And in correct biblical Hebrew, if there's a shavah on the first syllable, it's a half vowel. So zakein, zakeinah, there's a half vowel there. Zakeinim, zakeinot. And if I don't do that, I apologize. Let's try the next one. Now this one does not have a shavah on the first consonant because it's a guttural. It's got a het, which doesn't like the shavah. So the words for wise, chacham, say it.
Chacham,
Chachama,
Chachamam,
chachamim,
Chachamim,
chachamot.
Chachamot.
For good, there's tov,
Tov,
tova,
Tova,
tovim,
Tovim,
tovot.
Tovot,
Many, we have four forms, rav,
Rav,
rabbah,
Rava,
rabim,
Rabim,
rabot.
Rabot,
And bad or evil, ra,
Ra,
ra'ah,
Ra'a,
ra'im,
Ra'im,
ra'ot.
Ra'ot.
Great. Now on page 129, we have some things to bear in mind with adjectives. At the top of the page, we have a complete sentence. We have a noun and an adjective. But what's understood in each of these sentences is that there's a verb that is not expressed, but it is there, it's just invisible. And that might be the word is, could be am or are. But this first one is, the man is old. Ha'ish zakein.
Zakein.
And this is a complete sentence. You see there's a period after it. So if it's what they call a noun sentence, we agree in number and gender. It's got to be singular or plural, both of them, and they both have to be masculine or feminine. But when it comes to whether you're going to show the specificity of it with the ha, it'll only be the noun that takes it. So if we said ha'ish hazakein, that's different. Now we're just saying the old man. But to say the man is old, we say ha'ish zakein. And if this seems weird to you, join the club. It seems weird to every Hebrew student when they first run across it. So say the man is old in Hebrew for us. Each of you. Ha'ish zakein. The mother is good. Ha'em tova. The sons are wise. Habanim chachamim. Let's try it again after me. Habanim chachamim.
Habanim chachamim.
Beautiful. So now there are talking about the same thing that I already was. If the noun and the adjective are both definite, the words form an adjective phrase. In an adjective phrase, the adjective must follow the noun. The big house, habayit hagadol. It's not a complete thought. Say it. Habayit hagadol.
Agadol.
Ha'isha hazkina.
Ha'isha haskena.
Ha'ish hatov.
Ha'ish hatov.
Each of those is just a phrase. It's not a sentence. If the noun's definite and the adjective's indefinite, now we have a noun sentence. Okay? So we have a verb to be in there. We just don't see it. It might be is, might be are. Okay? So, gadol habayit.
Gadol habayit.
The house is big. And they turn it around. Habayit gadol.
Gadol.
The house is big. The woman is old. Zkena ha'isha.
Zakena. Isha.
And we turn it around. Ha'isha zkena.
Ha'isha zakena.
A complete thought. A complete sentence. The man is good. Ha'ish tov.
Ha'ish tov.
And turn it around. Tov ha'ish. In earlier classes, I talked about some of the weird word order that we use in Hebrew. It's kind of like Yoda in Star Wars. You know, he turns things around and says them backwards. Yeah, have you ever heard of Yoda in Star Wars? Okay.
Yes. You say that good it is or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We do that sometimes when we say, right you are. Instead of saying you're right, we might say, right you are. Okay, so, tov ha'ish. Now at the bottom of the page, this is where it gets strange, because the way that we can tell if it's a noun sentence or if it's just a noun and an adjective phrase is with the ha. But what if there's no ha at all? What if we just say bayit gadol?
So it can be either.
We don't know if that's a noun sentence or if it's just an adjective phrase. It could mean the house is big, or it could mean a big house. So if you go to translate one of these, either way is correct. Bayit gadol, or never mind. I can't turn it around. A woman is old, or an old woman. Isha zkena. Isha zkena. A man is good, or a good man. Ish tov.
Okay, so you can't say tov ish.
You could, yes. If it's a noun sentence, you could. Yeah. But if it's an adjective phrase, you could not.
So if you say tov ish, then that would be a full sentence.
Right.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a good
But ish
question.
tov isn't.
Yeah, ish tov is also
It's
could be.
also-
Could
Yeah.
be either.
Yeah.
But the other way around is only in sentence.
Yeah. So when we talk about ambiguity, the writer of the Torah loved to write things that were ambiguous, and it was wonderful because he'd write something that's ambiguous. And you say, I could take it this way, or I could take it that way, and both of them work. It's really wonderful.
Makes it hard for learners.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
It doesn't translate. There was a Father's Day celebration we had at Tikva years ago, and Joey had gone around to the camera, and he'd walk up to somebody, put his camera in his face, and say, describe your father in one word. It's for Father's Day, right? Describe your father in one word. He went up to one guy, describe your father in one word. And the guy said, impossible. Now, I wonder how he meant that.
Impossible man?
It's impossible to describe in one word, or an impossible father. Wonderful. Okay, look on page 132, please. the top of the page, it says the use of the preposition mean for comparisons. Okay. So mean or me attached to the beginning of a word, or me as a prefix can mean, it means from. But that's not how we're going to use it. We're going to use it as a comparative. We're going to use that to compare things. And by the way, it's not like this word here. Mean, it sounds the same with the yod in it. If you look at Genesis 1, this word is used many times in Genesis 1, where it talks about things that were created after their kind. They brought seed that bore fruit after its kind. So they say leminehim. It's got mean in there, which means kind or sort. Okay, so that's a different word than this. Okay? So the preposition...
Every jot and tittle matters.
Yes, yes. I was showing a bar mitzvah student what the actual Torah scroll looks like this morning. And he said, these letters have these funny little things at the top of them. And I said, yes, I call them eyelashes. But people don't call them eyelashes. They call them tagim. They're little decorations that go on 6 letters of the Torah scroll. And when a person is writing the Torah scroll, he's an artist. And each letter is drawn very carefully. They use a pen that's got a fat and a flat face to it, so for skinny and thick lines. And they're very patient. There are more than 805,000 letters. I think it's 805,405 letters that they write, and it takes about a year to write a Torah scroll. But your Torah scroll might last 300 years.
Amazing.
So anyway, these letters have tagim.
Excuse me, Kathleen, would you please give me a pen?
Oh,
From over
yes.
there.
Here, you want a pencil? She's got a pencil.
I would love a pen.
You prefer a pen?
All there is pencil.
Really? That's all I
Not
have?
very sure.
Here,
That's fine.
have a pen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Remind me to give it back.
I was in Chinese class. I was working on writing with a couple other students, and each of them had a pen. I said, I couldn't write Chinese with a pen. You know, I'd be scribbling out every word. You have to have an eraser.
Rick, do you mind telling me which 6 letters get the tagi, the eyelashes?
Oh, I'm not sure if I could do it from memory. But
Okay, what about the one you saw
okay,
today?
there's shin, there's nun,
Shin,
there's ayin.
Ayin.
That's only 3 of them.
That's okay.
Shin, ayin, nun. I already said those 3.
How about sin? Sin doesn't get
Yeah, that's the same as shin.
Oh, so shin or sin.
Yeah, we got 3 to go.
Okay, so 3 more.
I'll tell you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to learn how Biblical Hebrew does comparisons. Now, in modern Hebrew, they have a word for more, which is yoter. To do comparisons in modern Hebrew, you say, Hu yoter tov mimeni. He's better than I am. At golf, maybe. Okay, who isn't? But anyway, so in Hebrew, we will say, this house is big from the tent. The house is big from the tent. Now we're saying, let's say you're in the tent, and you look at the house, and the house is big. You're using the tent as a form of reference. You're at the tent. So from the tent, the house is big. That's the thought process, how Hebrew thought worked
I can
2,000
see
years
that
ago.
from the tense point of view.
That's biblical Hebrew, yes. So, we're going to use mi or me or min. The habayit gadol min ha'oher. The house is big from the tent. It means the house is bigger than the tent. And Naomi is old from Sarah, which means Naomi is older than Sarah. Naomi zkena mit Sarah. Okay, let's read these first two. Read this first one after me. Habayit gadol min ha'ohel.
Gabayit gadol min ha'ohel.
Beautiful. The house is big from the tent. And Naomi zkena mit Sarah.
Naomi zakena mi Sarah.
Right. The sons are big from the fathers. Okay, so if you're looking from the fathers, look at the sons and, gee, the sons are big. That means the sons are bigger than the fathers. Abanim gdolim min ha'avot. Read it.
Abanim gadolim ha'avot.
And the last one here, the young women are wise from the young men. Ha'na'arot chachamot min ha'ne'arim. Read it. I think we made it. Ha'ne'arot chachamot min ha'ne'arim. Sure.
So in the second one here, how do you know when to do the me instead of the mean when you're writing Hebrew? Is there a way to tell when you would do this?
You can do it anytime.
Oh,
You can do it just according to your preference.
okay.
What about May? When does it turn to May?
When is it me and when is it may? I don't know.
Oh, really? There isn't a rule?
There might be.
Okay.
Ask somebody who knows more Hebrew than I.
Okay. But have you seen May used? I
Sure,
haven't seen
sure.
May used.
Sure.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But when you look at it, you can't tell
It-
why
it-
it's May.
Well, it's going to be affected by what comes after it.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know what
Yeah,
the rule
which is it? Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to across the page, exercise 3. Read and translate. Page 133, exercise 3. Hamakom hazeh gadol mehamakom hahu. Read that for us, please, Lauren.
Hamakom hazeh gadol mehamakom hazot.
Hahu. Hahu.
Hahu, sorry. This place is bigger than that place.
You get a sticker.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Okay. Stephanie, are you with us?
Mostly.
Mostly. Okay, I'm going to read the second one here to help you a little. Leah zkena min David, vegam hi atova. Read it. Read it.
Leah Zakena min David Vegan He Hatuva
Atova.
Atova.
Okay, there are two things in this. First 4 words, Leah zkena min David. What does that mean?
Leah
Is older
okay is older from David,
than David.
older than David.
Vegam hi hatova.
Something she's better.
And also, she is the good one.
The good one, okay.
She's the good one. Okay, Kathleen, can you read number 3?
Kahane,
Kohane,
Mitzrayim, Hayu, Hachamim, Nimlachei, Moab.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So, the priests of Egypt that were what is that word? It's wisdom. Were
Wise.
wiser. Wouldn't it be wiser to
Mm-hmm.
be doing that?
That's
wiser.
correct. That's correct.
Than the kings of Moab.
Yes, beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful. James, try number 4.
יוסף טוב מן כל הנערים במשפחה.
Mm-hmm. Read it again.
יוסף טוב מן כל הנערים במשפחה.
This could be right from Genesis about 39 or so, couldn't it? What's it saying?
Joseph is good or better than all the sons,
Young men.
the young men of the family.
Yes, Yosef was better than all the young men in the family. That's part of the story.
Yeah.
His brothers were not the brightest.
Not good anyway.
Yeah. Okay. 5, Lauren.
ידעתי כי שרה רעה מאוד
Beirut.
Ruth.
That's a name, right?
Right, Ruth. רעה misara. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew
Correct.
because
Or that.
Sarah רעה מאוד, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
How can Sarah be very bad? And Ruth is more bad than Sarah,
Yeah.
worse than Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they wrote something very does not make sense to us,
Well,
just to trick us.
yeah. Well, if I were to translate this, I would put everything in the past because of Yadati.
Okay, I knew that Sarah was very bad and Ruth was
Worse.
worse than Sarah.
Yes. Yeah, see, the comparatives and superlatives in English are irregular.
Right, yes.
There's good, better, best. There's bad, worse, worst.
Yeah.
These are things that foreign learners of English tear their hair out over. Okay, are you up for the next one,
I can try it.
Stephanie?
Shalom. Rav. Ba'aretz. Ki. Sarai.
Sarai?
Sorry.
Nope, Sarai.
Okay. Ha'ir. Harabim. Saviv.
Saviv. Shalom Rab Ba'aretz. Try that.
Shalom. Rav Ba'aretz. Don't remember Rav.
Much.
Peace. Much peace in the land.
Yeah. I think we need a verb though. Much peace is in the land.
Much peace is in the land.
Ki Sarai Ha'ir.
Something about the city.
Yeah, the
The city of Sarah.
chiefs or princes of the city Harabim Saviv.
I don't know those words.
The many chiefs of the city are around.
No, harabim goes with the save. Harabim, is that the adjective?
They go with chief. It goes with chiefs.
With save, yeah. Sare.
Yeah, because they're both plural.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look on page 135. Turn the page. So we read part of this last week. This tall tale adapted from the Gingerbread Boy. We're going to jump in to the middle. We're going to go way down the page. Look up where I'm pointing to. The last 7 lines.
Okay.
There's one line by itself,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are 6 other lines. We'll start at the line that's by itself. And James will take a deep breath and read it for us.
ונער הלחם
Halechem.
עוד ברח ימה.
Yama. Yeah. We've got 2 different words in here that have the accent on the first syllable, or on the next to the last syllable anyway. Na'ar ha-lechem. Lechem is a noun that's got 2 segols. The le and the che, those vowels are both segols. When you have a noun with 2 segols, it's going to have the accent on the first syllable. Lechem. And the last word is yama. When you put a hey on a word to say to that place, to show direction toward the sea, that hey does not attract the accent. It doesn't get accent. And al alechem od barach yam. What does it mean, James?
Well, the bread boy, again, something toward the sea.
Fled. What are they saying, barach? Run away. Ran away to the sea. As na'ar halechem ra'ah kohen asher yashav baderech tachat etz. Lauren, try that one.
As na'ar halechem
Halechem.
Ra'a Kohen
Mm-hmm.
Asher Yashav Baderek Tachat Et.
Beautiful.
Okay, so then the young man to the
Of bread. Yeah, the bread boy.
The bread boy. Ra'a ran. No, Ra'a
Saw.
saw Cohen the priest.
A priest. A priest.
That
Mm-hmm.
lived,
Sat.
that dwelt,
In this context, we'll see that it means sat.
sat in the road under the tree.
Under a tree.
Under a tree.
Then the bread boy saw a priest who was sitting on the road under a tree. HaKohen hazeh haya tov mikol haKohenim al pnei ha'adamah. Try it, Stephanie.
HaKohen
Hazeh.
Hazeh Haya Tov
Kol.
Mikol. Why is that Kol?
Okay, why is it kol?
It's unaccented.
No, it's a
Unaccented
good question.
syllable. That's what follows. If it were
In my other Hebrew class, it's
if it were not prefixed by if it
Okay.
didn't follow the mem, would
Okay.
it be kolakal?
Okay, let me answer. Why is it kol instead of kal? Okay, so this right here is a comment.
Okay.
And sometimes it's a kametz chatuf, which is pronounced o. And the times that it is a kametz chatuf is when it's in a closed unaccented syllable. Well, why is it closed? Because this syllable ends in a consonant. Okay?
Okay.
It's closed. Why is it unaccented when you say mikol? Why is it unaccented? Because we are, you don't see it, but I see this little line I've drawn here. In Hebrew, it's called a makef. You connect two words and you treat them like they're one word.
Okay.
And that gives them enough wiggle room to say that it's unaccented, because the accent's over here on a kohanim somewhere. Okay?
Okay.
It's always called. Sometimes they write it like this. Sometimes they write it like this. It's always called.
Okay. It's always full.
Yeah.
It's never
Yeah.
cut.
I've never. I hate to use always, and I hate to use never, but I've never seen it as cow.
So Mikol
Mm-hmm.
HaKohanim al Pnei Ha'adama.
That's a dalet.
Ha'adama.
Ha'adama. HaKohen hazeh hayatov
Priest.
mikol haKohanim al pnei ha'adama.
The priest was there.
This priest was Tov.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Tov, good. This priest was good.
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Mikol, from all the priests that were in the land.
Okay.
Okay. Which means he's better. He's better.
So he was better, not that.
All the priests on the face of the land.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Amar HaKohen HaTov Na'ar HaLechem Mima Barachta. Try that, Kathleen.
Okay. Amar HaKohen HaTov Na'ar HaLechem Mima
Miva.
Bara Barachta.
Barachta.
Barach. Do you
Barachta.
just end with the on that one?
No.
Barachta.
Barachta. Barachta.
Barachta. Okay. So this is spoke or speak.
Said.
Spoke.
Said.
Said the priest, the good priest.
Mhm.
The men. Oh,
Bread boy.
the bread boy. Yeah,
Bread
okay.
boy.
The bread boy. From no.
Yeah.
Yeah, from. Okay, from.
Ma means what?
What is that? That's ran
From
away.
what? From
Oh.
what?
What did he run from?
From what are you running?
Oh, is that he's asking
Ma
a question?
Barachta. What have you
What are
run from?
running from?
It's actually past tense. What have you run from?
I was expecting the
Barachta.
comparison. Is that a comparison?
Yes. So that it's not a comparison.
Okay, thank you.
They've been giving you a false
That
flag
was a
operation
trick.
here.
Okay,
Yes.
here I was. My brain was
Yes.
going.
Okay. So I saw you translating like Yoda there. It said the priest, the good.
The literal
Yes.
translation.
Okay, James.
Amar na'ar halachim barakti ve'ha'isha ha'ketana ve'hazekana ve'gam barakti ve'ha'ish hakatan ve'hazaken.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you weren't here last week, because we talked about the little old woman and the little old man last week. Amar na'ar halechem barachti me'ha'isha hakatana ve'hazakena וגם ברחתי מהאיש הקטן והזקן. What's that in English?
The bread boy said, I run from
Or ran.
I ran from the man, the old,
Small.
the small man, and the
Small old
and,
man.
small old man. And also, I ran from. Wait, did I go backwards? That first one's woman. I ran from the small old woman, and also I ran from the small old man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. ברחתי מן הבית ומן העיר. Lauren?
Barakti, is that right? Barakti mean habayit, mean ha'ir. I ran from the house and from the city.
Beautiful. Keep going.
As barakti mehamelech hagadol va'ani efrat
Mm-hmm.
גם מהכהן
Mm-hmm.
הטוב הזה.
Okay.
And then I ran from the king,
The great king.
the great king, and I, if
Will run
I
away.
will run also from the good priest,
Yeah, from this good priest.
from this good priest.
Yeah, Hazeh there. Evrach. What's
I
it?
will run, I will run.
I will run away.
More.
Anahar halechem. Od barach yama. Try that, Stephanie.
Just the top line on this next page. Ben Ar
Halechem.
Halachem, the bread boy. Od Barach
Yama.
Yam. Don't remember Od. Barach has run.
You can, still.
Okay. Still run.
Uh-huh. Your bread boy still Barach Yama.
No,
Toward the sea.
Ran away towards the sea.
The sea.
Ode can also mean again, right?
You can, yes.
In this case, we
Oh, yeah, it works here too, yeah, because he might have stopped to talk to the priest, right?
What was the other translation you used?
Pardon me?
Instead of again, what was the other translation?
Still.
Oh, still.
Still or again. And in our love of ambiguity, both of them work. Okay. There was another thing I wanted to spring on you. About 40 years ago, I really liked this group called the Balalaika Trio. They were a local group that played Russian instrumental music, balalaika and the bass balalaika and the dobro, I think it was. And so I went to see them at the Folklife Festival, and there were 4 of them. They had those 3 instruments, and they also had an accordion. And at the end, after they played all this wonderful Russian music, they introduced themselves. They said, and as our 4th person sitting in the Balkalaya Trio, we have such and such on the stomach Steinway. That's what he said for accordion, the stomach Steinway.
Because it looks like a stomach?
No, because it's
on
a
the
piano
stomach. On the
that is
stomach.
on your stomach. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Never thought of it that way. That's funny.
You guys don't understand my humor. 2 demerits.
You have to laugh at the teacher. Okay, he's funny.
Okay.
Then we sit.
Yeah.
didn't get it.
אז ראה נער הלחם בהמה רעה בדרך. Kathleen, your turn.
אז ראה נער הלחם בהמה רעה בדרך. Okay. If, is it if?
Then.
Then the bread boy saw Behema. I forget what that is.
It's a beast.
Oh, I don't see that much. Okay. For a while. A beast. Run.
Ra'ah. Evil.
Ra'ah. An evil
Bad.
beast.
Bad. Evil.
In the road. Oh my goodness.
Then the bread boy saw a bad beast on the road.
Yeah.
הבהמה הזאת היא רעה מכל הבהמות על פני האדמה. James.
הבהמה הזאת היא רעה מכל הבהמות על פני האדמה.
We have a different book. I don't see a he. If I
You
say
don't have he?
hazot, and then it's haita.
You're right.
Haita.
You're right.
If I say he.
Oh, I wait, you have one.
We have different
Haita.
versions.
Different stories.
Different versions.
This animal abuse of the he right now, but it was evil, more evil than all the other animals on the face of the earth.
All the other beasts on the face of the earth. Oh, אמרה בהמה רעה נער הלחם ממה ברחת? Lauren?
Okay. Amra habehema hara'a na'ar halechem.
הלחם.
Mima barakta. The bad beast said, boy of red boy, from what are you were you running? Were you running? Were you fleeing?
Yes. אמר נער הלחם ברחתי מהאישה הזקנה, הקטנה והזקנה, וגם ברחתי מהאיש הקטן והזקן. Oh boy, my goodness. Let's have Kathleen do that one.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Amar Na'ar Halechem. Barakti Meha Isha Haktana Bahazakina Vagam Barakti Meha Ish Hakatan Hazakim. Okay, so the bread boy said, I was running from the little old man, no, the little old woman, and also the little old man.
Beautiful. ברחתי מן הבית ומן העיר. Stephanie.
ברחתי מן הבית ומן העיר. ומן העיר?
ומן העיר.
Running from
I was running.
the house.
And from
And from the city.
and from the city. ברחתי מהמלך הגדול והכהן הטוב, ואני אברח גם מן הבהמה הרעה הזאת. ג'יימס.
ברחתי מהמלך הגדול ומהכהן הטוב, ואני אברח גם מן הבהמה הרעה הזאת. I ran from the great king and from the good priest, and I will also run from the evil beast.
Beautiful, beautiful. My turn. I'm going to take this sentence. Evrach, evrach. I will run away. I will run away. Abehema amra. Gam ani evrach. Mikol ha'anashim ha'ele. Lauren?
הבהמה אמרה גם אני אברח מכל האנשים האלה.
גם אני אברח מכל האנשים האלה.
Am I supposed to read some more?
Oh,
okay.
Translate. Translate.
The beast said, also I also will run from all men, all these men.
One more line.
They
Stephanie will do it. נער הלחם ברח עוד עם הבהמה הרעה.
Menar halachem barach od im habani
הבהמה.
Abhema
בהמה.
Bahema hara. I know the words. I just gotta like repeat what everything is. So the bread boy
Good.
ran.
I will say again for Oleg this time.
Okay.
But now it's im habehema hara'a. With
The bad beast.
the evil beast.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that story. Other side of the page here. The Book of Ruth. Guided reading. Orpah. The root. Kar'u. Vehena bachu. Orpah, the root, Kar'u. Means Orpah and Ruth called out. Vehena bachu, and they cried. Read that for us, James.
Orpah ve'rutz karu ve'hena baku.
Beautiful. And Orpah kissed Naomi. Ve'orpah nashka le Naomi. Ve'orpah nashka le Naomi. Now, neshek would be a kiss. But there's another thing that neshek means. Does anybody remember? In modern Israel? Neshek, a gun. Yeah. Probably a handgun. Neshek. Which I think is totally amusing.
Yeah, I do too.
We got on that topic in my class at Hebrew U, at the University of Washington. And I started listing all these different names, slang names for weapons. Like rimon can mean a pomegranate, but it's also a hand grenade. And a word for a caterpillar, zachlama, is also a tank. They have several words for tank. But Merkava is another one, which is used in the Torah as a chariot. But anyway, the teacher says, that's enough weapons. Stow the weapons.
Was this Scott Nagel or someone
No,
else?
this is Dr. Sokolov. Dr.
Oh,
Naomi
Sokolov.
Sokolov.
Okay, I've never had her.
Stow the weapons.
Okay, what was the limon?
Rimon is a pomegranate.
Oh, okay, but now it's a
Hand grenade. Hand grenade. Ve'orpa nashka leNaomi. Try that for us, Stephanie.
Ve'orpa nashka la Naomi.
Beautiful. Az Orpa halcha. Then Orpa walked away. Try it. Lauren, number 3.
As arpa.
Orpa.
Orpa halka. Then Orpa went.
Then Orpa went. Yeah. You look at Orpa.
Orpa.
Okay, we have a comment on the first letter on the ayin, but it's in a closed syllable.
Because of the
The syllable ends in a consonant with a shava.
Okay.
And it's not accented because we put the accent on the pa, or pa.
I see.
The root, number 4, the root yashva im Naomi od. And Ruth still stayed with Naomi. The root yashva im Naomi od. Kathleen?
Verut Yeshav in
Yashva.
Yeshava in Naomi Od.
Very nice, very nice. 5. Naomi amra hine orpa halcha. Naomi said, behold, Orpa went. Naomi amra hine orpa halcha. James?
Naomi amra hine orpa halka.
Stephanie, could you quit going?
So disruptive.
Okay. 6. El Amma ve'el oheleha. No, Eloheha. El Amma ve'el Eloheha. Okay. The second word here, Amma. This is really great. Let me write it correctly.
You're spoiling the next chapter's lesson right here.
Let's see if I did it right. Yes, okay. I told you a few months ago that you never put a dagesh in a resh. And you don't put a dagesh in a guttural. And I said, but there are gutturals and then there are other there are dageshes and then there are other dageshes. Some dageshes are different from others. Okay, so I said, you never put a dagesh in a resh. You never put a dagesh in a resh. And the gutturals, with a dagesh do not go. You never put a dagesh in a resh. Well, this is a different dagesh here. We have put a dagesh in a guttural. This is the exception. Okay. Amma, her people. El Amma ve'el Eloheha. To her people and to her gods. You try it.
Okay.
5, 6.
Okay. El Amma ve'el Elohim. Elohim-ha.
Eloheha. Good, good.
Eloheha.
El Amma ve'el Eloheha. One more time.
El Amma ve'el Eloheha.
Okay. I want everybody to say in Hebrew, their gods. Eloheha.
Eloheha.
Excuse me, it's her gods. One more time. Eloheha.
Eloheha.
And number 7, Root lechi im Orpa. Ruth lechi im Orpa. Ruth, go with Orpa. Ruth lechi im Orpa. Stephanie?
Lehi, im, or pa.
Great.